We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the Clemson Tigers taking on the Florida Gators. Here we go, the matchup we've all been waiting for. Number 1 versus number 2, and off we go in the College Football Playoff National Championship in Santa Clara. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. Back to throw is Cooper. Operating from the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play. On 1st down, Jewell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Jewell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Cooper. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. He's 1-0 as a collegiate starter, but now the pressure rises as the Gators come up 1st and 10. He'll try and start this drive in the air. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Check, 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 check.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll run with Clements, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They turn to Jennings. That one good for 14 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 2nd down now, it's Jennings. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. On 3rd down, Jennings. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Check 99. Kill, 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 kill. Bang, 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 bang. Check, 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 check. Check 50, check 50.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go, fellas. Here we go.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Stop, check, check. Back, back, back. Ready.
They'll give it to Jennings. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. For the Gators, they are in search of their 4th national title in school history. They lifted the trophy for the first time back in '96. And then most recently, they were champions in 2006 and again in 2008. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. Goes back to Streets. This time he's got it. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, Jewell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. 1st and 10 now for Clemson. Going to hand to Jewell. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, Jewell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards there on the catch and run. A 1st down carry for Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. Elton Poe. 38 yards as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go,
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Pilot 64, weak.
They'll drop the throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Cooper. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Now Cooper on 1st and 10. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Clemson, of course, back in the college football playoff for the 4th consecutive year. Champions in the 2016 season. Trying to make it 2 titles in 3 years if they can get things done. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cooper to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Cooper now from the gun on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On 1st and 10, Cooper. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown. Down Clemson. Elton Poe with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. Now that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off.
Say that shit again. I didn't hear you.
Took me like 3 or 4 games, but I finally beat that boy in my days.
Oh, for real? Damn.
He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Jewell. Despite a heroic first half from their inexperienced quarterback, his guys trail at the break.
Hey, come on. Hey, you need to play better in the second half, all right? What? Just give me the ball, all right? Let me do my thing.
I agree.
Got it. Hey, you know how much this means to me, right? Of course I do. Then make it happen. Okay, man.
Just 1 half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. So, CD, you look at our quarterback. He said it. He's been consistent. This is it. I'm graduated. I'm not going to go the grad transfer route. It's time for me to move on. If you're an NFL scout, do you see enough in him to think he's got a future in this league with this little experience that we've seen?
Every scouting instinct tells me to tell him to go the graduate transfer route. But you know how it is nowadays. And look, he's played awfully well against 2 top 5 defenses. Someone's going to take a shot and give this guy a look.
Well, several teams need a quarterback. You think about the Cardinals, they're going to be picking number 1, but Giants figure to be in the market, Broncos, Bengals, possibly the Raiders. So there's going to be some teams looking.
And don't forget, backups are at a premium in this league, and this guy could be a developmental player. Draft him, let him work in your organization for a while, learn the playbook, sit for a while, because down the road, he could turn out to be a gem.
That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. If you were with us for the semifinal, we told the story. I mean, this is a quarterback who was heavily recruited out of high school 4 years ago. On signing day, he had all the hats in front of him. People weren't sure where he was going to go. So many different offers wound up here, and it hasn't been the script he probably would have written, but what a storybook ending this could turn out to be if they can take care of business in this title bout. The Gators now with a 1st and goal. the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, that's a play that Isaiah Streets made time after time this fall on Saturday afternoon, and you got to think as this championship game continues. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida. Isaiah Streets there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Cooper will look to throw it. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
He gets it to Thomas. There he goes left side. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. 1st and 10, Florida. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if there's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now Cooper looks to throw, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Back to throw is Cooper. Off the play fake. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Cooper. Off play action. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Squeeze, get in there. He's checking crack. Check 9. Check 24. Check 24. There he goes.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. Open man here, Streets. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Isaiah Streets, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
He's not going to get me. My game.
Now back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And the ball is knocked out, and the defense has come up with it.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 3rd down, Jewell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They give him 12 yards and a first down. 1st and 10 now for Clemson. Now Cooper operating from the gun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. They'll run on first down. Jewell, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Fight.
On first down, Jewell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On second down, Jewell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run with Jewell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On second down now, Jewell, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but